Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I want to talk about something that's extremely important for this game, and I guess for most gaming generals that have this type of a system of leveling up people. So what question I want to answer today is, which from my point of view, this might be the most important question. Yeah, I got a rare. But what I will answer today is going to be who to 6-star first, right? We pretty much know that it does cost a lot early on to get characters to 6-star, to slowly level them up because of the resources that we need, and it can be quite difficult, again, early on to try and get them, especially if you're free-to-play or low spender. So getting the right person to 6-star first is going to be extremely important. Now, there's several things to take into consideration. I guess before I start saying the 6-star, I want to mention the fact that the way that I see best to level up your heroes as you progress through the game is not just the way that, for example, Raid Shadow Legends you would do it, where in Raid Shadow Legends you would just focus one single person, just keep pushing that one and get them to, 6-star, and then you get the next one and next one. This game is a little bit more about balance. So at least, again, this is from my experience, what I played for the last month and a bit, and the way that I see it being done best in this one is to just get yourself, first of all, a core of 4 heroes that you're going to be using pretty much everywhere, and especially for campaign, because for those of you that do not know, campaign or slash story, the main story, this is the #1 most important thing in the game. I might just cover this in a different video, I might just talk a little bit more about it, but maybe I just go over it in here. So what do I mean by the main story being so important? Well, most of the content in the game is locked behind the main story. So for example, I don't have exact examples because again, I just passed through it, I already unlocked everything, but as you push through the campaign, as you beat, I don't know, for example, chapter 4-7, let's say you're gonna unlock arena. 5-7, you're gonna unlock the city building. 6-7, you're gonna start unlocking the gear dungeons, and so on and so forth. So this is gonna be extremely important for you to do, because if you don't unlock these, you're pretty much missing out. So as an example, after I beat 5-7, I unlocked the following dungeons, 5-7 hard, right? Let me just show you, because these were the last ones that I remember. So after beating 5-7 hard, I unlocked the relic skill up stage, right? This is where you farm, you get homes, and this is what's gonna allow you to level up your relics. And at the same time, it also unlocked the Fortress of Arcellus. This is where you get yourself the keepsake, right? The belt, the orb, and also the banner by farming these stages. And these ones, obviously, those ones are unlocked after you start awakening your people. First of all, first awakening, you get the belt slot. Awakening level 3, you get the orb slot, and then when you 6-star awaken, you're gonna get a banner slot. Now, again, every single one of these is extremely important so that you can keep pushing further and further into the game, and again, unlock more things, because everything's kind of like tightly knit into this game, right? It's not like I just push the gear dungeon, I just do that and then I'm gonna beat everything. No, you need to level up your people, you need to ascend them, you need to level up your relics, ascend your relics, and every single thing that you do pretty much pushes you forward to the next thing, so you can progress another stage and so on. Now, let's have a look at the options for 6-starring, right? So honestly, from my point of view, it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy, just depends on what you have. So everybody starts the game by getting a free Tristan from the summons, right? He's a legendary. You might be thinking, oh man, Tristan's the one. Then we also start the game by getting Morgan for free, right? As at least as of now, as of December the 2nd, 2024. The first 2 legendaries that you get, like in the first 2 hours of gameplay, are going to be Morgan and Tristan. Apart from that, we do get the following other heroes. We do get Arthur, right? He's one of the ones that we get. We get him with the Flame Relic. Right, he does some decent damage, he does some stun, and then some more, damage on the A1. So he's another one that you get. You might be thinking, okay, maybe Arthur's the one. Another one who we get is gonna be Turin as a healer. Well, Turin, again, she's another honestly, most of the rare healers are really good. She might not be the best from my point of view. I mean, there's different arguments, but again, she's a really good one. However, you can see that mine's only at level 50, 5-star, because I got some better options. So, and then the last one that we get is going to be, or actually she's one of the first ones, is going to be Kay, right? Kay is pretty straightforward. She's just straight up a damage dealer, right? 5 hits on the first skill, then 4 hits on the second skill that gives her crit rate and crit damage increase, and then AoE 4 hits on the skill 3, plus the last 2 hits more damage if the target's under 30%. So you might be thinking, okay, what would be the best option? Who should be the first one? Well, from my point of view, you might be, the first trap from my point of view might be Arthur, right? You might see Arthur and you might be like, you know what? He looks like he's a good one. I think I should level him. He's not really the one. Then the second one that might be a trap, and this is also for two reasons. Second one might be Tristan. So I'm not saying Tristan is bad. I love Tristan, right? Keep this in mind. I'm one of the Tristan simps for this game. Most people say he's not good enough, he's not strong enough. I really like him because he does pretty decent damage, right? He does pretty good damage and brings attack speed decrease on the third and the fourth skill. So he's 100% viable as one of your 6 stars. However, not the first one, right? I think he was my third 6-star, so definitely he's gonna be worth doing it. Then Morgan, same principle. Morgan has amazing kit, triple hit AoE with the attack gauge pushback, then good hit with this one that can put attack damage taken increase. Then on the first hit with her passive, she has a chance to land the defense penalty, defense decrease. So again, another viable option. And when we talk about Morgan, she is amazing. If you manage to get her to Chivalry 3, she's gonna be amazing because whenever she attacks, she can proc that passive to put that extra damage taken. However, she's not going to be your first 6-star. Again, she might be your 4th, 5th one. The number one 6-star should be somebody that helps you towards the main goal, as I mentioned, and that's going to be the story. So who's going to be good for story, right? You're going to think, okay, who's going to be good for story? Well, you have to think that the number one thing that you need to do, because of the way the story looks, let me just show you what I mean. But one of the main things that you have to do for story, and especially if you want to try 3-star, is going to be doing this in, you can see, a specific number of turns. So for example, win in 30 turns. So that means it's pretty straightforward. The first 6-star should be a damage dealer, right? A damage dealer, and preferably somebody that does AoE or extremely strong DPS. So from my point of view, again, this is like what I believe, and this is what I've seen from other people. The best viable option, I guess the best 2 viable options are going to be, first of all, if you have him, Bedivere. I know it costs a lot. This is the tricky thing though. Advancing a legendary to 6-star, let me see if I have one that I can show you. Yeah, Claudius. So advancing the legendary to 6-star costs a ton. It's extremely costful, right? It costs you 50 to get a legendary to a 6-star. So getting someone like a Bedivere would be the best choice, but it costs a lot, right? Keep in mind, can be tricky. Whereas if you want to advance a rare, it's only 25. So it's a lot cheaper. That's why if you don't have Bedivere, for example, I think the best bet to 6-star, the first person is going to be Kay, right? She's a 100% viable option because she's going to help you not only for the main story, because again, I showed you, she does good AoE damage on the third skill. She does lots of damage on the first and the second skill, but not only that, she does lots of multi-hits. And what's this important for? Well, exactly, if you thought about it. If not, I'm going to tell you now, it's important for Penveed, right? This is the dungeon that you need to farm in order to keep getting more of the awakening orbs, right? Of the advancement orbs. And in order to do this, you need to beat stage 7 at least, right? From stage 7, you can see that you have a chance to start getting mythic mana orbs that are required to advancing heroes to 6-star. So having Kay as one of those first ones, you can see she was in my team, just I brought Bedivere now. Actually, she still is. You can see that she's there because, again, that boss starts with like a barrier that you need to do several hits. So she brings 5 hits here again, 4 hits over here, and then 4 hits on the ultimate. So 100% from my point of view. Again, if you disagree, let me know in the comments down below who do you think are better options. But from my point of view, the number one option, best option to 6-star is going to be Kay. If you have Bedivere, then go with Bedivere. And then after that, you slowly start building some other ones, right? After that, you can go with somebody like a Tristan. You can go with whoever's your best healer. And then slowly, you're going to keep building on those ones. Now, yeah, I believe this is it. And also keep in mind, right? You might be building Kay, okay? And you might be, I don't know, shortly after, a week or two after, or maybe a few days after, you might be getting somebody better, right? You might be getting Bedivere. You might say like, oh my god, I got Kay to 6-star, I wish I would have waited. Do not worry, because you know what? We have these free resets that the game gives us that you can use. And if you didn't get to the point in the game where you can get one of those for free, you can always go over here to the shop, right? And then go to packages, go to the monthly package, and you have 4 resets that you can buy a month, right? 400 crystals, totally worth it if you want to completely change it. You get this one, you reset Kay, and then you invest the resources and in whoever you want to build. So yeah, from my point of view, the most important question has been answered. First 6 stars should be K, unless you have Bedivere. If you have Bedivere, then obviously go with Bedivere. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was helpful and you enjoyed it, please consider liking it, consider subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next, because I'm posting every single day, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.